It's week 14 and our 49ers are on a bye, so I figured I would do a review of the season, where we're at, look at who's the best offensive player, defensive player, just based on the stats. I'll give you some of my impressions, but I did a preseason video on what the Niners record would be. And so I went back and listened to half that video. Just to see how I did on my predictions. Let's do that first. I'll tell you what my prediction was, and you can see here from the schedule on the screen. I had us 49ers losing to the Seahawks in week 1, 24-16. The Niners ended up winning this game 17-13. This is a tough fought battle. If I remember correctly, the 49ers won it toward the end. I mean, Bosa might even cause a fumble or something like that, because I think that was a theme in the early part of the season. Presently, week 14, Seattle is the team I'm the most worried about in the NFC. I think they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender, and I know the Niners face them again in the back half of the season. So that was a big win. That was a big win to get in week 1. In week 2, I had the 49ers winning against the New Orleans Saints. And I said in the video, this is going to be a beatdown. It wasn't a beatdown. Niners escaped this one with a win, I think, on the last Saints drive. Another turnover, and the Niners come out on that one, 26-21. So start the season 2-0. I'll take it. I was pretty happy about that. Week 3, I had the 49ers winning 24-17. So, touchdown game, when in actuality, you can see here, the Cardinals lose by 1 point. And this one came down to the wire too. So it's kind of these games, if you got blood pressure issues, the 49ers just kind of, you're happy at the end of the day, but during the game, that blood pressure definitely is rising. In week 4, I thought the Niners were going to thump the Jags. My preseason rankings, looking at Jacksonville now, they're one of the top seeds in the AFC. Division leader. I want to say they have 4 losses. So Jacksonville's doing really good, playing strong this year. They whooped the 49ers. This was 30-13. Wasn't close at all. And so, no, sorry. I thought the Niners were going to win 30-13, when in actuality, the Jaguars beat the 49ers 26-21. I'm going to tell you that score of 26-21 is a lot closer than the actual game was, if you watch that game. So definitely coming out of that one, 3-1, was worried. Lots of injuries by this point. I think definitely Bosa's gone. Purdy's hurt. Ricky Pearsall might be hurt at this time. Kittle's hurt. Juwan Jennings might be hurt. Brandon Ayuk on the IR. So just tons of 49ers injuries coming out of that game and the ones leading into it. So when it was go to week 5 to face the Rams on Thursday Night Football, I was expecting the Rams to just wipe the floor with the 49ers in season. But my preseason ranking, I had the Rams losing. So 49ers winning in week 5, 28-24. This game was really close. But I didn't predict any injuries, I don't think, in my preseason ranking. So the fact to get this close, the Niners game plan for that one was pretty strong, pretty spectacular. It was Mac Jones, quick passes, and to Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne had, I think, 140 yards receiving or something like that. So he did really good. So far, pretty good on my preseason rankings. Not 100%, but doing okay. In week 6, I had the Niners losing to Tampa Bay 31-24. When in actuality, you can see here, Niners lose 30-19 in that game. Baker Mayfield went beast mode in one of the drives. I think it was third down or fourth down. I think it was fourth, and he ran for a first down, reached out his arm to get the first down. And just some of those game-changing plays where, like, Baker's beating on his chest, just showing his swagger. Definitely team leader from the quarterback position, inspiring your teammates. Niners get their second loss of the season against Tampa Bay right there. Week 7, it's the Falcons, and I had 49ers winning that game 24-21. But Niners did even better than that. They won by 10, instead of 3. So beating the Falcons 20-10. This one I felt much better about. 49ers going in there, playing strong. This is probably the first game where I thought the Niners really handled business with the Falcons. Week 8, I had Niners losing to Houston, so this is a return to now go face our former defensive coordinator, D'Amico Ryans. He's the head coach of the Texans. I'm a big fan of his. But Robert Saleh's back in as the 49ers defensive coordinator. Ryans is one of the assistants under Saleh when Saleh was running the defense previously. So yeah, my projection, Texans were going to score 31. They scored 26, and the Niners would score 23. So I had this a much closer game, but that Houston defense really strong, played well. And right now, Houston in the AFC is one of those teams you don't want to face. Their defense is playing fantastic. CJ Stroud's back, so they're playing pretty well. So that ends up being the third loss of the season for the 49ers. Week 9, against the New York Football Giants, I had no faith in them whatsoever. I've railed on them pretty hard in our VC Playmakers podcast. So I had the 49ers winning this game 34-6. The actual score, though, was Niners 34, Giants 24. So I got the 34 right, but the Giants scored way more points than I thought they were going to. Do I attribute that to the 49ers defense be decimated by injuries? Maybe, but I think the infusion of Jackson Dart into the offense, Wan'Dale Robinson, Cam Scatterbo, which I can't remember if he was hurt by this point or not, because Cam Dart and Scatterbo had this like assurgence, adding injection of energy into the Giants, and then Cam gets hurt. Dart's got to miss some games because of concussion. And that guy's got to learn to slide because he plays like he's a linebacker playing the quarterback position. But Niners get the win, so happy about that one. But the two teams I thought the Niners were going to thump, the Giants and the Saints, ended up not coming to fruition. But, what are you going to do? Against the Rams, so this is week 10, I had the Rams winning this game, and I had the final score as 28-18. But you can see here the Rams just annihilated the 49ers. This is one of the defeating games where you think like, okay, the bottom is finally falling out for the 49ers. Rams win 42-26. And so, I mean, I don't even want to go back and watch my team review of this game, but the picture I put up is a Rams player with a sledgehammer slamming into the 49er helmet. That's what it felt like. It felt like the Niners ran into a brick wall and they just got stopped. Rams are another good team. I think Rams and Seattle Seahawks are the two best teams in NFC right now. It's like I go Seattle 1, Rams number 2. But yeah, that was a thorough beatdown. So I got this one wrong. I thought this was going to be, no, I said it was a loss, just not as big of a loss as it actually ended up being. In week 11, I had the 49ers losing this one 24-12. So with these division games, you never know. So I think I split each division game 50-50, win one, lose one. In the recording, I said this is going to be the game the Niners only get field goals. And it's, I said, if Jake Moody is the kicker. Little did I know they would get rid of Jake Moody after a few games. He went to the Bears practice squad. Now I think he's kicking for the Commanders, so he's been all over. So yeah, I don't know. I must have had a premonition or something like that there's a good chance Moody wouldn't stay on the team. 49ers third round pick, might add from last year or the year before. So that one stings. That really they would waste a draft pick, a high draft pick on a kicker. Who does that? Raiders years ago, first round pick, Janikowski. I don't think that's good general manager, not good draft strategy. But anyways, moving on with that. So yeah, I had the Niners losing, but Niners scored 41 points, played well. I think Jacoby Brissett was quarterbacking the Cardinals at that point, but he's making that offense look a lot better. So now we go to week 12. I had the 49ers winning this game 34-21, but it ended up being 20-9. This game was ugly. I was not too nice to Brock Purdy on this one. He threw 3 interceptions. This was just Carolina trying to give the ball away. They should have won this game handedly. The Niners gave them chance after chance, turnover after turnover on this Monday night game. But end of the day, I guess if you win, you should just take it. And so I get the prediction right. The 49ers are going to win, but definitely in ugly, ugly fashion. And then week 13, the game right before the bye, go into Cleveland Browns, play this tough defense. My prediction was Niners would win 21-9. And I mentioned that Shedeur could be the quarterback at this time. So again, I guess 2 predictions that come to fruition. Shedeur is the quarterback. And he did okay. I think he did okay. I reviewed that game It's just like a back and forth game, but Cleveland sabotaged themselves too. There was a muff punt, if I remember correctly, a fumble on like a tush push quarterback sneak type play. There was another fumble too. Maybe a fumble on their goal line. So the Browns absolutely sabotaged themselves. Niners win fairly handily, 26-8, pretty close to what I had. I had 21-9 was the final score. So Niners currently 8-5. We're in the 6th seed for the playoffs. So we just need to keep winning. There's some good competition in the NFC. So hope we'll do pretty good with that. Let's just take a look at the stats real quick. As you know, if you've been watching any of my channel review, I've been worried about the usage of Christian McCaffrey, and you can see why here. So Mac Jones, leading passer, 2,151 passing yards as the leading passer. Brock Purdy's been hurt a lot, but he's been back. Christian McCaffrey, leading rusher, no shock there. Receiving wise, too, he's the leading rusher with like 806 yards. So that's just the part that I'm worried about. We'll see who's in second place. From a defensive standpoint, D. Winters, the linebacker, 56 tackles. He absolutely has been a standout. He flashes on the screen often. And then sack-wise, who he's probably only played 3, maybe 4 games for us because we got him mid-season. Cleveland Farrell, he was on the team, I want to say a couple of years ago. So that's been big without having Bosa, without having Michael Williams, a rookie, and you see Bryce Huff has 4 as well. And then you have Nick Bosa. He has 2. So that's just been the theme to getting pass rush is not something the Niners have been doing regularly. Another guy that stands out, so I'm glad he shows up on the interceptions, is Jair Brown. He wasn't getting great reviews in preseason, people calling him a bust, but just because he has 2 interceptions, you see him flying around the field. He's in on tackles, he's breaking plays up. There's games where he's stopped on a goal line carry, goal line stand for us to secure the wins. Appreciate that. I think the defense is absolutely coming on strong lately. So is the special teams, especially our return game. We're getting some good returns from Sky Moore. I mean, Brian Robinson Jr. gets some good returns in there as well. We'll just go through, look at the rushing real quick. Just from a rushing attempt standpoint, McCaffrey has 237 attempts, 3.6 average. It's not great. I just think it's okay. But he's scoring a lot of touchdowns. He's 8 touchdowns rushing. Brian Robinson has 2. He has only 72 carries. They're starting to use him more, and he's a nice change of pace back. He's powerful. He's big, but he's rushing at a 4.6 clip. So that's pretty good. If they can take some of that wear and tear off McCaffrey, I think that's critical because if he goes down, it's going to be devastating for this offense. So now look at receiving wise. So he has the 237 rushing attempts, and he has 85 receptions for 806 yards. He's got 5 touchdowns there. From a fantasy standpoint, he's killing it. He's getting touchdowns. He's getting yards. The usage is just so high, and that's what I worry about. He's got more than double what Jawan Jennings has, our second leading receiver, in terms of receptions. Jawan has 41. Kittle is 37. I know both those guys have missed time. And then Kendrick Bourne has 31. I'm hoping the Niners are getting into the swing of things of using Kendrick Bourne more often as maybe that third receiver. To me, he seems better than Demarcus Robinson. Pearsall's back now, so if you go Jennings, Pearsall, and then Kendrick Bourne, I could live with that. I also wish they would use more double tight end sets with Jake Tonjes and George Kittle. When Kittle was out, Tonjes really stepped up. I mean, 226 yards, 4 touchdowns. Kittle has 5 touchdowns, but I don't see them going with that too often. And, I wish Kyle would just implement more of those formations. All right, from defensive standpoint, Winters leading tackle, 84 at 56 solo. You got Tatum Bethune in there. He took over for Fred Warner, but then he ends up getting hurt. Upton Stout, the rookie, he has a lot. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Stout. To me, seems like that was a good 3rd round pick. He is in plays. He's kind of like what I said about Winters. He flashes on the screen. He does make mistakes. He is undersized, but it just seems like he's got one of those, the cliche, right? Heart of a lion. So, I think Upton Stout's just going to get better and better. And, teams really don't like He's one of those, he's like a gnat. He's going to get under your skin. He's running his mouth, but you need players like that on your team. Jair Brown, which he got into the starting lineup because they were using him as like a nickel cornerback for a little bit, as a linebacker sometimes. Once they got him at safety with Mustafa, once Mustafa came back, that's the right formula. Malik Mustafa and Jair Brown. So really happy with that. Interception wise, Lenore has 2, Brown has 2, Mustafa has 1. Field goal kickers, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. Eddie Pinheiro was doing really well, then he got hurt, so Matt Gay's in the house now. And then here's our punt returns. Sky Moore, 12.1 a return. That's good average. And then he has 20.1, but his long being a 98. So that was a huge one. I think that was against the Browns, if I'm not mistaken. Then he had a 66-yarder. I might be mistaken, the punt and the kick returns. But anyways, I'm real hopeful Niners will continue this. Week 15 is upon us. Niners are going to face the Tennessee Titans, and so we should come out strong. My prediction, we're going to beat down the Titans. Hope they don't have a curse against me. I didn't listen to what my prediction was, but I'm sure I said we were going to thump the Titans in it too. All right, Niner fans, keep that good energy going. Let's go secure our playoff spot. Take care, y'all.